What's up, awesome YouTubers? Ryan1988 or Justin back here to do a video for you all. I hope you're all doing well, and this evening I want to show you the current 4Ks and Blu-rays that I picked up in my collection. I believe they're all 4Ks, but some are Blu-ray combo packs. But yeah, so it's been a few weeks since my last update. And I know I said I wasn't going to do one for a couple months, but I did pick up some movies during the recent Amazon Prime Day deal. Some great Paramount titles for like $16 or less, $16.99 or less. And then some brand new titles that I want to show off as well. Some recent movies that came out. And then I have an overseas 4K that I want to first talk about, and that is Craven the Hunter, which, first off, really enjoyed the movie. And I thought, they did a great job with it. I know it got a lot of hate, but for me, this is definitely one of the better of the Sony kind of Spider-Man movies that they were doing. The only one I didn't really care for was Madam Web. Everything else I've had a lot of fun with, and Madam Web wasn't like completely terrible. It's not the worst thing out there, but outside of that movie, I've really enjoyed or have loved what Sony has done. Are they the best movies? No. However, I love the Venom trilogy. I really enjoyed Morpheus, and I really enjoyed Craven the Hunter, and obviously the Spider-Man movies I either loved or really enjoyed. But yeah, and then I picked up the overseas 4K because the only way to get the US 4K was a Steelbook, and it's going for like $40+. Don't really want to pay that much, especially with it being a blind buy at the time. And I wanted it on 4K. I wanted it to look great on the TV. Blu-ray would have looked great, but I wanted the 4K release, and there was an overseas release of the movie, so I grabbed this, and I really enjoy that cover. So there's the back there, nothing special there, and you have the 4K and the Blu-ray, and both are region free. So if you want to pick up a kind of cheaper copy of the movie on 4K and you don't want to spend a lot on the Steelbook, then pick up this release there. I found it on Amazon, so really good deal. The next four movies are from that Amazon Prime Day deal sale that they had going on, and these are all Paramount titles. So this is the first two movies are the only two movies I haven't seen before, but I've been wanting to see them since they've been released. And the first one is Transformers 1. Big fan of the movies. I've never seen the original cartoon or the original Transformers movie. I think Walmart has the Steelbook, on sale, or they just released a Steelbook, so I might have to grab that. But yeah, I wanted to see this one, and I've heard pretty good things about it. Again, it was really cheap online during their sale, and I wanted to pick that one up. So Transformers 1. And then the next one that I haven't seen, but I've heard nothing but, pretty good to great things, and that is Dungeons and Dragons, Honor Among Thieves. And I love the cast. I wanted to see this in theaters, missed out on it, but I'm excited to finally watch it sometime soon. So happy to have that finally. This is sort of an upgrade. I had the Blu-ray a long time ago, wanted to get the 4K, got rid of the Blu-ray, but this is a super fun movie, and that is Hansel and Gretel, Witch Hunters. And Jeremy Renner, I love him. I think he's such a great actor, and something I'm looking forward to revisiting, maybe in October, maybe a fun Halloween night October watch. So Hansel and Gretel, Witch Hunters, definitely recommend that one. It's a fun movie. Not so much of a fun movie, but definitely a great movie, and that is Zodiac. David Fincher. Really loved David Fincher's work, and this is a great one from him. Definitely wanted to upgrade this or get this on 4K, and it comes with the Blu-ray. my only kind of issue with this movie is that it is a pretty lengthy movie. So there's times where, even though I love long movies, I feel like this movie runs a little bit slow kind of in the middle part of the film. However, again, big David Fincher fan. I want to collect his movies on, either Blu-ray or 4K. I think I have half of his filmography on physical media. But yeah, I'm so happy to have Zodiac on 4K in the collection. Now going on to movies that came out either 2 or 3 weeks ago or this past Tuesday. I'll show that one off last, but all horror movie titles, all movies that I saw in theaters or saw before I picked these up. This one I saw back in February. It took a long time for it to get its DVD, Blu-ray, or 4K release, but this is definitely going to be one of my favorite horror movies of the year, and that is The Monkey, a Stephen King short story directed by Osgood Perkins, who directed Long Legs, a great movie from, I think, last year or the year before, but and I know he directed another movie before this. I think it's called Blackcoat's Daughter, which I haven't seen that one, but big fan of his. I think he's such a great director. He's also an actor. He was in Legally Blonde, and he's the son of Anthony Perkins, if you didn't know that. But yeah, James Wan produced it. I love this cast. I love the movie. I saw it in theaters, and again, feels like it's been a long time since this movie was in theaters, and we're finally getting it on a physical release of it. So, The Monkey, very excited to own that in the collection. Another movie that I missed out in theaters, just kind of ran out of time, but I did watch the movie on demand, and that is Sinners. Loved Sinners. Think this is a great movie. Again, kind of like with Zodiac, my only issue is I think there's a couple times where I feel like the movie kind of just is a little bit slow-paced, which I don't mind slow-paced movies. It just kind of dragged a little bit. I think the final act of the film, even though I do love the film, there's a certain point where I think I would have cut the movie off. And I think it just kind of dragged a little bit towards the end. However, Ryan Coogler, huge fan of him. I love Black Panther. I love Creed, two of my favorite movies, and I love Michael B. Jordan, and I think he did such a great job as both the twins in this movie. You also have Haley Steinfeld, and you have a great cast overall. So really happy to own this on 4K. Love the slip. It's, a simple slip, but it kind of feels awesome. I don't know how to describe it, but really happy to have that in the collection. And the last one to talk about is Final Destination, Bloodlines. Saw this movie in theaters. Really enjoyed it in theaters. I love it now. I rewatched it last night, and I think knowing what I know now, I appreciate the movie more. I appreciated the movie when I saw it in theaters, but I wasn't one that, was going with the hype at the time. I didn't understand it. I thought there were definitely better movies in the franchise over this movie. But rewatching it, I kind of get it now. Like, I love the movie a second time. Love the opening. It is my favorite opening of any, disaster opening of this franchise. And I would rank this as my third favorite after 2 and 5. So absolutely love it. I'm glad to have it on physical media and on 4K. And I love that every edition of this movie has different artwork. You have the Steelbook, which I didn't get. You have this. You have the standard Blu-ray. I think the DVD even has different artwork. I could be wrong. The only downfall with Warner Brothers and Warner Brothers right now, and I'm not dissing the fantastic work that they do with their transfers, but if you are a slipcover fan, the only way to get these movies now are getting the 4Ks, and even the 4Ks don't come with Blu-rays anymore. So if you are a slipcover person like me, I do love the slipcovers. I think these are great slipcovers. You know, you can only get them through the, you know, 4K releases. So I don't know if that's going to be a thing that they do going forward. I don't like that. You know, I love the fact that we, you know, I'm a 4K collector and I'm a physical media collector, but, you know, people who collect Blu-rays, which I still collect Blu-rays, you won't get the slipcovers with the Blu-ray releases. And, you know, I hope that's not going to be a trend. However, I'm happy to have these. I love them. If you're not a slipcover fan, you could still get them on Blu-ray. At least we have physical copies of these movies. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and wanted to show off these titles. Before I got more, again, don't know when my next physical media Blu-ray 4K update will be, but I wanted to show these off because I got a nice little stack there to show you, which I'll show you again right there. So pretty cool stuff there. Happy to have every one of those, and let me know what you think of these movies, and I will pick up some Criterions. I know the sale's going to end soon, so I'm going to pick some of them up before the end of the month. So anyway, much love to you all. I hope you're all doing well out there, and I'll definitely talk to you soon. Make sure you stay tuned on Saturday night when the first mini streams of Scream Gay Horror pops up on Saturday night for the first episode, which is going to be on I Know We Did Last Summer, the brand new movie, and then also talking about the franchise with my co-host Todd. And then next Wednesday, make sure to stop by at 9:30, where me and TJ will be doing our next Double Edge Cinema movie podcast, and we'll be talking about Superman versus Fantastic Four, which one was better, and we'll talk about some upcoming Marvel, DC movies that are in the works. So anyway, hope you're all doing well again. I love you all, and thank you so much for watching, and I'll definitely talk to you later. Bye, everybody.